We take great pleasure and honor in welcoming celebrated members of our rebornx community to our one-of-its-kind launching event. It gives us joy to see the overwhelming response we have received from each of you that has encouraged our startup to become a well-established organization that supports the growth of each of you to extraordinary heights, which we must admit would not have been possible without your constant support and active participation. Here we mark the completion of the first year of our company, and we are proud to be able to host it today. We are very pleased to be able to welcome those of you that have been with us for a long time now, as well as those who are new to our rebornx family as well.
Let us take you through a wonderful journey of our lifetime, informing rebornx as a startup, taking baby steps to the strong strides we take alongside with you in pride. As the idea for this venture dawned in us, we met, discussed and consulted hand-picked software specialists to help us develop the platform, which everyone we worked with struggled and faced hardships in bringing the desired output. Alas, running out of time and getting tired of trying yet, with the determination to fulfill what we had started. rebornx infused its own exceptional software team, who worked hand in hand, with us investing their sweat and blood, burning the midnight's oil to sculpt what we now successfully have in hand, and have gathered here together to commemorate. When we first brought rebornx as an idea to you, you all did welcome it with warmth. Even when the education material was introduced digitally, you still did receive it well and heartily, which always gave us joy, and inspired us to do more and better for you always. What that was first just an idea, has now become functionality, and live with us with your acceptance and invariable support. So far we have shared with you what we have been through, and how have we made it a success. What comes next is a glimpse we would like to share with you on the list of launches we are to make.
The compilation of this absolute presentation you might think is being processed and run by a person just like you and me. You'll be surprised to know when we say it is the work of magic by a human-imitated robot. Can you believe this? The world is changing and we are evolving with the pace and changes of the developing technology. AI, artificial intelligence, and intelligence automation is the new language and way of life. And this is the truth and reality too. Why not change for good to improve our earning standards and have a better standard of living?
Herewith, we are excited to launch our much-awaited and expected new updates. 1. Money Management Educational Video. First, we introduced you to the Money Management Education book. Now we give you the advanced video as an upgrade for it. Talking about money, it is an essential of life not to be taken light. This is where we understand your needs and desires for life and bring to you the most crucial guide to managing, as well as making money for your better living. If you can bring this to practice, it becomes your habit in 21 days and a change for your lifetime in just 90 days. It's a challenge for those of you who follow. 2. Money Management Basic Tool. This tool is an ordinary, very basic and simple yet the most effective tool you can use in the software era. To tally and track our income, investments, savings and expenses, Money Management Basic Tool is the most appropriate tool to handle. A tool of this sort is so very easily available everywhere. But if you were to ask us why here, with us and this particular tool, we would proudly say it is to the credit of our outstanding features we are to list out in the forthcoming topics, which will answer and clear every doubt and fear in your mind. 3. Money Management Budget Tool. All these time, the most familiar way of budgeting for us has always been doing it the old school way, our all-time convenient pen and paper, chit notes, and scribbling pad way of budgeting wherever we find any piece of paper, and let it fly away, and search for it all over and to scratch our heads where and how to find it and what was the last entry we made, and what was the total we derived. After this came our Excel expert, the maximum extent we got to. Now comes our money management budget guru, who does it all for us in a snap. Just enter only your income and figures and relax to see the numbers work out by themselves and give you suggestions on how much to invest, save, and spend. 4. Money Management Goal Setting Tool. Lost are we in a maze and world of puzzles, puzzled and clueless where to start, how to start, which way to find or follow with a destination nowhere to go or arrive. The same when we have set goals, we have a clear path ahead of us, a plan to make, execute, and achieve in a much quicker time span. Now we know what we need and to be prepared for. Let us see how useful can our tool be in helping you attain it. You can set a long-term goal plan for yourself, which can be broken down into smaller parts of 3 types of goal plans: short-term, mid-term, and long-term, at a pace easier and convenient for you to achieve. The same can also be brought to the comfort of your setting of short-term goals to fulfill your dreams and desires of all kinds. 5. Money approach education. A person's approach towards money determines the lifestyle and financial backing of a person. Let us say a person spends off all he earns. His bank statement will forever remain zero, and so does his status in life. There will be peace of mind and content living when there is no debt or loan to break your heads about if you are to earn a little and save a little and invest a little. You then lead a healthy, happy, and wealthy living when you follow the guidance of our rebornx money approach education. The following are the upcoming updates in the near future. 6. AI suggestions. AI suggestions, as you will discover, assesses your money flow, observes where it goes wrong and how to rectify it, and also gives you suggestions on how you can regulate your income, points out scopes and areas where you could grow, and develop your money flow step by step in every move you make. Our AI system works alongside you to the path of a successful financial stability. This is the lifeline to all of the above shared features and specifications to money management force we have been enlightening you about all the way. This will be highly resourceful to guarantee a well-structured and reconstructed life. 7. Money simulator. There are millions of ways to earn and get successful in life where we may cross roads of failures and disappointments. A practice that suits one person may not be helpful to another. When you learn the core of your strengths and weaknesses, which is when you become the best judge of yourself to decide what suits you well or not. You will have to get past them all to reach greater heights of recognition and saving wealth for yourself. Money Simulator cannot be defined in one point, but is a combination of many features put together for best of results.
Are you ready to spend 10 minutes to change your life? Yes, only 10 minutes. By watching this, you will be able to follow our plan for 21 days to challenge your habit and 90 days to change your life. Wondering how? Prepare yourself for a roller coaster ride of a lifetime. Here's the deal. Introducing our all-new artificial intelligence-based money management tool, which gives you the power of practical reality learning environment to make you understand in no time. Every one of you has been falling into the biggest trap, the rat cycle of a 9-to-5 job. A paycheck once in a month, expenditures locking into bill payments, setting ourselves restrictions for shopping. In spite of all these self-set restrictions and constraints, we still tend to live beyond our income, pushing us into undesired loans and debts, thus unavoidably getting into self-made misery. Not realizing the reality of leading ourselves into an unexpected trap. Either of the two choices one could make is to only reduce one's own expenses or increase their earnings. While caught up in such situations, what do we do to get out of this state? Perfect money management is your only solution. Take up our guaranteed 90 days challenge that will transform your life forever. 6 steps to stick on to for the next 90 days to help rule your life best. 1. Planning. 2. Budgeting. 3. Goal setting. 4. Prioritizing. 5. Investing. And 6. Compounding. Step 1. It all begins with planning. You may be smart in making quick money, but may not be wise enough to save. Money planning plays a crucial role in becoming rich. When your expenses exceed your income, it results in bad money managing habit. It gets tallied better when your expenses equal your income. Only when your expenses are managed lower than your income, that is exactly when it is considered an appreciative money management. It doesn't matter how much you earn, what matters is how you manage. We all live a life of paycheck to paycheck, with which most likely we stop with. This has been our lifestyle for ages, so for which we are now here to change. The change begins when the order of your money managing strategy takes a change in the following order: paycheck, investment, and consumption. The idea of paying yourself first is where planning begins. Paying yourself does not mean that it is an expense, like how you settle your monthly bills, go on a vacation, or buy stuff for yourself. But paying yourself here means an investment that pays you back. Step 2. Secondly, budgeting. Budgeting plays a vital part in money management. In budgeting, first comes essential budget, which is for the beginners to start with. It has your income, which is split into 50, 30, 20, of which 50% of your money goes to your expense, 30% for investment, and 20% for savings emergency fund. The reason why we split it in this manner is because we predefine the flow of money, which helps us to maintain a better way of management. In 7 days, rule of budget, also we predefine monetary flow in a different manner. Rather than splitting it in percentage, here we split it to meet the requirements for 7 days in advance. The advantage by doing so is that it does not get separated in a particular percentage, but based on our day-to-day requirement, where the 7-day rule of budget is for intermediate level or balanced budget. Zero-based rule of budget is an advanced process where you hold the control to your money. You will require the experience of the previous 2 budgets to master this budget strategy, since not everyone will be able to ace this budgeting method. How this budget works is that you hold your income, left out beyond your expenses, which does not remain with you, but gets accumulated in goals, which later could be fetched and used as desired. As for this budgeting, your balance sheet should show zero balance at any given level. Step 3, goal setting. Why does one have a need to set goals? A goalless act is more likely aimless or unfulfilling and full of distractions. The distractions make you lose a lot of time and also prevent us from attaining what we want to achieve in life. Amid all these, financial goals are the most important of all. Financial goal setting is primary focus in life, of which our goals keep expanding every time with our changing needs. Bad debts occur as a result of unplanned expenses, which is always stressful to you. It is best for you if you get away from bad debts first. Emergency fund always comes handy at times of crisis and urgencies. If this be handled well, you could always avoid getting into bad debts. Dream desires. House, car, any essential luxury needs in life could be well managed with proper goal setting ahead of your spending. Vacations most times get messed up or unattainable if unplanned. May it be time or money both needs a balance, well planned and set ahead for enjoying a leisurely, calm atmosphere. Retirement needs a foreseen planning, even while young, to cherish a hurdleless, peaceful retirement. Step 4, prioritizing. Knowing what you want in life helps you prioritize what you need. It's wise to choose expenses of high priority to be executed first, taking a call over the rest later, or even to cut them off. Knowing money management as your destiny in the map of your financial life, prioritizing with a clear idea of the places you have to cross over, journeying with your paycheck, and being aware of the high traffic roads you will have to get past to reach your destiny aids you best to a successful money management. Step 5, investing. Investment is not just limited to money, but also with time and effort, you profit out of it. You can leverage to the maximum from your investments. By means of multiple sources for investments, you create a passive income for yourself. By investing, you get to enjoy the benefit of both passive and leverage incomes. Learning to invest. While budgeting, a part of it is allocated for investing. It's smart to invest researching, learning, and knowing what best to invest in, which reaps you back a wholesome profit. Building your portfolio. You create your own portfolio exhibiting your investments and returns. Managing your portfolio. Once you have invested, you must know how to handle your profits by managing them further to your investments made. Building a community. Choosing any of the subjects, you could build a community. For example, if there be a subject on money management, you could choose and develop a community based on it, along with like-minded people over social media or even in person. All you need to do is develop the community you choose. Invest your time. You have built a portfolio and a community. You have to invest your time to learn and to enlighten people of similar interest to expand your community. Build your own business. Had you followed all of the above procedure diligently, now is your time to own your business and shine. Step 6, compounding. What gives life to your investments is compounding. In simple, compounding is making profit out of profit. chasing investment after investment for making profit. Albert Einstein refers to this to be the eighth wonder of the world. Compounding makes it possible for you to achieve all your financial goals with nothing to sweat. Money management is a puzzle that leaves you puzzled only when you are ignorant. If all the pieces be aligned and fit in its corresponding place, you get all set for a smooth, successful, wealthy, and happy journey of a lifetime. Taste financial freedom with the surety of an uplifting financial security with rebornx. rebornx wishes you happy earnings.
Welcome to our redefined dashboard of rebornx. Unlike our previous, our new dashboard will be displaying clusters of accumulated data from the AI. We affirm that you will be having a clear picture on how this tool works if you pay attention to this video till the end. Our dashboard first summarizes your current month money flow as 4 quadrants as in our theory: the income, expense, investment, and savings. The data in this area will be dynamically calculated based on the data you enter. Following, you will have the expense trend graphical representation, which displays the data of your current month expenses, investments, and savings. You can have a clear overview on the outflow of your money with respect to its date of spending. Next, statistics radial graph depicts the collective sum of money outflow from your income data. Each money outflow you make will be classified as either expense, investment, or savings. Here, the available balance data is your income minus the aggregate of your money outflow. On the whole, you will be provided with aggregated values which can be used to analyze your area of spend in your income. Finally, you will be having the area of expense where our AI will play its magic. All your logged expenses will be categorized and the values are aggregated, and the tile sizes are dynamically resized based on its overall value to total ratio. We believe this area of expense representation channelize your expense flow and allow you to modify your expense trend in the coming months. With this, we believe you have a basic idea on how our AI represents your analyzed data. But in order to have the AI to perform its calculation, it needs data to comprehend. So let us now see how to log your incomes and expenses to our system. This is the all-new income management page. You will be able to log all your income, and a graphical representation of your income flow present here will show you the income trend of your current month. With this, you can plan your expenses and strategies based on your flows and avoid the mistakes that you've done earlier. Coming to the bottom, we have the new income logging form to the left side and recent income logs to the right side. This form will be used to enter new income logs, which will be easy and fun. Let's try it out. Say you have a bookstore and you get paid $20 every month. You can enter the form like this. Easy, right? And in the end, press this submit button so that our income gets logged. Once the income is logged, it will be listed in the recent logs to the right for review and edit. In case you want to edit the data of a log, just click the log and the fields will be autofilled for editing. It is simple as that. Adding, we've also added a modern calculator with basic arithmetic functions, so that you can perform your calculations here itself. So I guess you'll have an idea on how our tool works now. We have a similar logging page for expense, investments, and savings. We also give you the functionality to take reports on filters in CSV format as of now.
Budgeting, one of the most promising part in our collection of AI products. With the wisdom of financially creative individuals, our budget systems are curated with utmost definition. Based on your purchased package, you will be provided with different kind of budgeting AI. The very first is the split rule budget, which comes along with the essential package of $25. Accounting your logs, a dynamic budget based on your expense will be calculated, and the percentages are calculated with respect to your income and shared among the expenses, investments, and savings. We hope this differentiation of outflow wears on which expense you are concentrating more. Down here, we have the recent logs in expenses, investments, and savings for references. Next, we are going to see about the quadrant draft budget. This budget is available to use for balanced package purchased users. With advanced algorithms, Our AI aggregates the logs and divides it based on 4 quadrants in a month. Each category of a log from every quadrant is taken down and accounted to list the areas of expenditure in the quadrant. With this, you can pre-plan your monthly expenses and set due dates for settlements that had to be made and prioritize the expenses. A clean split up of all 4 quadrants and the expenditure logs made within that are represented below. Speaking of, next comes the zero-rule budgeting. We consider this as one of the most advanced and highly knowledgeable budgeting practice. Hence, we are providing access to this for our premium Wealthy Package customers. This budgeting tool with simulated all your logs and aggregates its categories and prepares a balanced sheet. All you have to do is to maintain the balance of your income and expenditure. Apart from your expenses, the rest of the amount can be used to spend on good investments and savings. The ultimate concept of this budget is to create a balance in the expenditure trend to maintain a healthy financial road and lead a wealthy life. That's all for today, folks. Our tools are getting ready for launch in the near months, with few advanced algorithms and concepts to enhance your financial vision. Until then, stay tuned.
We will now see the elaboration of all the 7 wonders.
Money approach education. It doesn't matter how much you earn, what matters is how we manage. If we are to run a self-check on it, we don't really live by it, but in debt, and just the opposite of what we intend to. Though we have a lot of dreams, but when it comes to giving life to our dreams, we get to be a bit unfair to it. May it be enjoying an occasion or reason for our sorrow, they all are contained in the way we handle our cash flow. Money management is a puzzle for those who struggle to handle. Just the way we put together the puzzle pieces, how we align our cash flow and get them better, is what we ought to learn through this video. This is no gamble but life situation to realize and take into control with the power of your life and play wisely. Sit back and relax as you watch through this video to get inspired and master many intuitive, insightful tips to approach money with intelligence. Like how there are 9 planets that destine the orbit of our universe, we guide you on a path of 9 principles to approach money that will make your life better. 1. Expenditure approach. Most times our life circles around the income and expense vicious cycle, failing to go beyond and save or invest. It is sad to see those who follow this approach struggling to live even a normal life in spite of getting a lot of loans. If only we invest, we can progress in life, but this endangering cycle hinders us from growing our own money tree. 2. Savings approach. As we see, this old school methodology is a fairly handled approach, as prevalently taught and well approached by many. But it is also disappointing to know they only chose to take safe sides than to act sensible. Though this be a good thought to start with, we earn, save, and spend. And when we spend, we take into our hands all of what we have been sweating to save little by little in just one swing. Just keeping the saved money idle will not profit us in any way. So this approach either is not going to help us get any better. 3. Debt approach. Debt approach can be perceived in 3 ways. I. Getting a loan and spending it all, which is a wrong way of approach. Our attitude is the reason behind such kind of an approach, which is a result of not having proper income. The other way of doing it is to take loan to make investments. Whereas our returns is what that determines if the loan taken was a wise choice or not. When you make decisions with good knowledge about what, when, and how we do business with the loan we get, that is when we take profits in return. May it be in your investments or businesses, you should always have goals for compounding and succeed in life. 4. Budget approach. In global population's distribution by income, 84% of the crowd does not even budget or follow any useful budgeting ethics. Only 16% of the population follows, which also is the rich people in the society. There are times we fail to stick to our budget, which is when we fail to realize our dreams and inappropriately use the predetermined budget on something we had no plans for. Budget is very useful when it comes to tracking our income and expense. By keeping our budget under check, our income, setting goals to spend or invest, may it be to save, doing business, and compounding, our money flow can easily be tracked. By following this approach, the surety for profits is guaranteed, hence, we could lead a peaceful financial life. 5. Goals approach. Successful people and entrepreneurs who run multi-million-dollar companies all possess one thing in common. They are goal setters and achievers who revolve their ideologies around the set goals, who work determined and untiring until they make their dreams and goals a reality. Very well knowing goals approach to be the most essential approach. This elite 16% of the crowd smartly approaches their goals well with this as their essence of life to success. If we could set our goals even ahead of our income, we will be able to get better profits than compared to following the pre-discussed budget approach. Many of us do set goals, but miss out while getting to the point of executing our pre-planned goals. The same when followed systematically, there's no one to ace us. 6. Investment approach. The common mistake made by many is that only intelligent people take the first move to investment, but intelligent people are those that make an effort to learn the strategies and master them. All of our approaches are focused on investment, unlike setting goals to invest, whereas here, we set investment as our primary goal. By doing so, there are no chances of losing but only gaining when we have a bit of patience, knowing when to hold and when to proceed to see the progress happen. Investment approach is the most successful financial approach of all. 7. Business approach. First of all, why should we start a business? We come to that point of life when we feel fully charged with potential, skills, knowledge gained with experience over the years, which also adds up to our confidence to earn more and live better, as it sparks in us to believe can be attained only when we start our own business. Big shots, celebrities, and wealthy people, as we see, are looked up to because they all thought and acted different. So did rebornx do things differently at the right time, the right way, and worked its way through smart that it has earned its recognition, as you all now know. All of us dream and desire to start businesses of our own. To start a business, we all need a community that would support us. With only the support of our own community, we will be able to succeed in business. A business-based community always helps us to hold our business well. You can likewise become a smart person as well when associated with knowledgeable people who can open up your minds with renewed spirit as that of rebornx. 8. Community approach. At first, we build a community that helps us in investing as well as to start a business of our own. In return, we divide the profit we earn out of that business to share with the community. To get started with this approach, we must have a thorough knowledge about it beforehand. Only then would we be able to help the community understand our business idea and motto so they would invest to help launch our own business. This is quite a critical approach to be handled with extensive care, but community is your wealth well earned to your credit. 9. Wealthy approach. Let's say you all have decided to become wealthy. Now that you have mastered all the 8 approaches, you are ready to follow a wealthy approach. All of these 8 approaches will definitely help you at some point in life so you could lead a life of stability. The first step to it is unlearning what we all have learned to learn what we all need to know, to do, and to become what we all desire to be, wealthy. Having learned all these approaches, how could you not become wealthy? Everything rests in your hands as you hold the keys to creating your own world of communities, to owning a beautiful world. As a rebornx family, you benefit the exclusivity to wonderful opportunities that unfold wealth, health, happiness, and prosperity.
Our feature packages on AI suggestions and money simulator are under development. A detailed update on these prime topics will be shared with you once they are ready and out to share. We have presented our precious 7 wonders to you. Your progress and development based on following these constructive guidelines will be the 8th wonder that you add to our glory.
Investment. When it comes to investment, it is being split into 4 choices: minimum risk, minimum profit; medium risk, medium profit; high risk, high profit; and compounding. High amount of crowd of people are mostly seen attracted towards the high risk, high profit category, neither aware of the investment policies nor the risks involved that is to follow later. When done with half knowledge or no knowledge, the mob behavior, which is drawn by their desire to acquire high profit, most likely end up with high risk and not high profit. but end up complaining it to be gambling. How should an investment be? It has to be a safe and well-informed investment where one gathers at least some knowledge about what you are to invest on, learning the pros and cons of it. Our suggestion on such investments would be that you try a minimum risk investment, though with a minimum profit when compounded will give you higher profits. Rather than jumping into high profits with high risks, this would be a much safer, wiser, and better way of investing. By doing so, you not only gain knowledge about the field you have invested, but also take profit and proceed with caution, learning investment strategies from your findings and learnings. Further on, you ace up on investments and move to medium and high risks carefully worked out and earning good amount of profits. Talking about investments reminds us of famous American business magnate and investor Warren Edward Buffett stating on investment, "Do not put all eggs in one basket." By doing so, you will not rely on just one source of income, but many. Even if one were to fail you at some point, there will be others that support you. Making profit out of profit is compounding. Though the motive of every investment be to take profits, compounding takes it to a different level of taking profits by taking profits out of the profits gained from investments being reinvested to take more profit out of the profits made through investments. Quoting Albert Einstein on compounding, he said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." To ease and help our valuable rebornx members in their financial journey, we are developing a software that will guide you through safe investments, compounding, and taking profits in return. This is one part of the Money Simulator. This will be the first step to transforming yourself from the 84% of crowd that falls under the poor income, low income, and middle income category, moving towards the 16% of successful people who are the upper middle income and high income category.
Community building. Business-to-business companies spend and take a lot of money in investing, promoting, and propagating their commercial products to form communities with either similar interests or attract a set of people with similar ideologies. A huge sum of amount is in the play to materialize such strategies. Whereas the same is attained by direct selling industries even without spending a single penny being invested by the company, but accomplished through communities with that of the participants' money, time, and effort being shared in the building of the community. Once the community starts growing strong by itself, the direct selling companies begin to forcefully feed their communities with promoting and selling only their products, not to be bothered whether or not their community is being benefited out of it. This too becomes a kind of a rat cycle. Neither does the company nor the community that consumes it realize the outcome of it. The 84% of the people, as we already know, are being used by the 16% of the people in their making. What happens here is that without the knowing of the larger crowd being played and spoiled in the game of the richer society, they push and force feed the larger sector with their own promotions, making them to consume ideologies, strategies, and products built using their resources, and still thrives to make money, giving or leaving nothing for the same 84% of the people. rebornx. Come whatsoever may it be that you buy, sell, or invest on, you have a priceless community of your own that is already built and exists for you to use, to build yourself at the same time growing along the community. Reaping benefits for yourself and also sharing your profits to help grow the community that helps you grow. As far as this community is concerned, you do not have to fear exploitations by the 16% you just came to know about on how they use and exploit to their own benefits. You are the achievers of your own. The very same 84% and 16% that makes a 100% is all you. It is in your hands as for how you make, build, and shape our community. Now we believe you would have understood and realized the worth of what you have in hand, rebornx, as an exclusive community of your own, to make use of and to give in return for what you benefit out of it. And wait! Now we have a surprise update in store for you. An astonishing way to earn money in simple. rebornx is our new platform. When an exchange happens every time you swap your crypto coins or tokens, you get an Autobot income, team level income, and sponsorship income. If you swap at least once per day, you earn all of the above mentioned income. You often start a community, build a community, and leave the community abrupt. But this is where rebornx differs. Our automated intelligence system helps you float a healthy community life, simplifying the process, maintaining and growing your community for you even better and stronger. Come be a part of rebornx family, reconstruct your life with opportunities unlimited, making it the last chapter of your financial needs.
With this, we are coming to the end of the gathering. We thank each and every one of you for participating in this get-together to celebrate our first-year anniversary. Our sincere apologies for not celebrating in grand way due to the pandemic restriction globally. We hope this success event has met your expectations and fulfilled your doubts on the coming updates. Thank you once again, and see you all soon.